all right. Settle down, settle down. Down. What's the deal, everybody? How you doing? How's everybody doing? There's only 50 in here. Let's go. Fill it up. Share the stream, drop a like as you're coming in here, sub to the channel, and let's fucking do it. Let's get it going. Let's get it started. All right. What are you doing? Sardino. The Sardino. Sardino. Yeah. We doing? We is doing. All right. Let's get into a little breakdown here. The daily, we did close bearish yesterday, and we did pump up here on the daily. But it looks like we reached the target of sorts here, right? As we see it kind of rejecting this wick. And that makes sense as the 4-hour has come up here, rejected, and came back down. Also bearish at the moment. The 1-hour closed pretty heavily bearish at support. So we do have a lot of bearish momentum here. We have a support here of sorts, 30 and the 15. Move that 15 a bit down. This a bit up. Okay. All right, that's how we're looking here. Really want to close here above 45.50 if we're going to come back up here. And based on the way that hourly closed and that bearish momentum, the daily rejecting and the 4 hours coming down bearish, if we can get some kind of closure below 45.34, I will look to attempt to sells there. So yeah, that's it. Very simple here. We're either going to get this closure above 45.50, or we're going to get the sells below 45.34. Right now we're in no man's land, really. So kind of gotta wait here. Gotta wait. So let's wait. How's everybody else doing? Fill up. Let's fill up. The Zoom gang's in here. Everybody, but a bunch of you. Kenny! There's only one way to say good morning to Kenny.
What is the deal?
Deal? I'm the
Everybody
deal.
good?
I'm the deal. You guys ever watch Jersey Shore? No? They had the dude on there, The Situation. And they were like, what's the situation? And he's like, I am the situation. I'm like, yo, that's got to be one of the greatest nicknames ever, The Situation. Yeah. Why they call you? He's like, yeah, because I am the situation.
Right.
He runs a health clinic now? Yeah. I don't know what he does, but man, that was a great nickname. I am the deal. What's the deal? Oh man, back up we go. The 4 hours now bullish a bit. A bitty bullish. We're back up above 45.50. Yeah, this chop is gonna suck. They're looking like a NYC Open type of position here. See if we get some closures. Sounds like rush hour when Chris Rock was talking to you. Oh, to you? You and me. Wake up! Wake up. Grab a brush and put a little makeup. Starts to fade away the shake up. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to.
Good morning, by the way. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Love having you here. Don't forget to drop a like, sub to the channel, and share it with your friends. How you doing, Wix? How's everybody doing?
Surviving.
Kenny, everybody.
How you doing?
Good. Excited. Gonna be moving next month. Found the place and was able to negotiate. And so, yeah,
You moving
step
to
by
Spain?
step. No, I'm still in Spain. I'm moving one block from where I am because I'm in an Airbnb. And here they require so many documents. So I have to pay the entire lease in advance to protect them. So yeah, transferring all that right now and signing the contracts today.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah, a little bit different here, but that's life.
Congrats.
It's all good.
On the contract, you mean like a rental, or that's another
Yeah.
Airbnb lease, or what?
No, it's an actual rental because they have laws here where if people don't pay their rent, they can go and seize funds from their bank accounts or from their employers, from the tenant's employer. They have a law here that allows them to do that. So they have people sign those documents, have a verification done, and also have a guarantor. No matter how much money you make, it doesn't matter because we don't have any funds in Spain because we don't work here, right? The funds are from the States. So unfortunately, they can't seize those funds from that bank account. So, we had to negotiate, do a lot of different things. So,
So you're you're an alien.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
That's something to do with
The
it.
problem is we don't have a job here, right? Because I'm the one that works and take care of the entire family, everybody. But
Freeloaders.
even if they have a job here, it wouldn't be enough because they need your salary to be, they need your rent to be at most 30% of your entire salary. So if, let's say, you make $2,000 a month, you can't rent anything more than $600 unless you have 4 people that will show the proof that they make $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 each. Then all combined have to be on the contract, legally liable for it, and then have the information of the employer, plus show that it's not more than 30% of the rent, excluding utilities. It's just a big thing here. So we've been looking and doing all this for the last 5 months since I moved here. And so this was a big thing. So now I have to transfer funds for the entire contract. And then after that, even when I do that, after that, if everything goes well, then they'll have me pay every 3 months in advance with the new contract once this one ends. Bro, better than nothing. At least I don't have to hop left and right, and the house is very big.
That's actually not a bad
Bigger than where
deal.
I am now. So we'll be there for 5-10 years at least.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
on the
very
landlord side of things, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's about 3,500 square feet on 4 floors with a massive land on the outside. It's an L-shaped backyard with a lot of space for everything, and we have about 6 bedrooms. So it's good for me to grow the family and prepare for the new kids and everything.
I'd be
So
walking out
it
into the
worked out well,
backyard
yeah.
looking at it and being like, man, fuck you. Stop reminding me of my day. Fucking L shape. I'd be walking out into the backyard just trying to reshape it into a W. Fuck you, yard.
No more L.
Fuck you, yard. This is bullshit.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't even go out in the yard. I'd go out to the front.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll be like, go take that L. Go to the yard.
Lots of stuff going on. So just getting ready for all that. It's exciting and stressful at the same time, but it's literally 1 block from where we can literally grab the stuff and walk them there. So just going to rent the truck and put all the big stuff. And then it's also fully furnished, by the way. I forgot to mention, it's fully furnished like where we are now. So we don't have to buy any new things, just update a few stuff here and there. So that's also a benefit.
Are you allowed to throw out any of the furniture?
No.
Dude, I remember when I moved into my first condo in Florida, when I just moved to Florida, and it was furnished. And I hated the furniture, but I couldn't move any of it out. So
no, the furniture that we have there is very nice. The place is absolutely stunning.
I literally
all renovated.
I stacked all their furniture into a corner, and for like 2 years we didn't use like half a room because it was all the furniture was on a corner. Because what was I gonna do? They had a king size bed. I came in with my own king size bed. What was I gonna do? Put it on top of it? I might have a king size bunk.
You'll have to climb on with a ladder. You'll be at the ceiling. No, I mean, I get it. I get it. No, the furniture they have is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna buy a couple of extra little things here and there, but everything is fully furnished, all of it.
Dude, I was moving out.
Yeah, I don't have to really.
They were like, "Where's our furniture?" I was like, "Look at that corner. It's all stacked." They're like,
It's
"Yeah,
all there."
you weren't allowed to move the furniture." I was like, "I didn't. I reorganized it. I rearranged it, but I didn't really move it
It's feng
out."
shui, bro. It's feng shui.
You should be happy because you didn't use it up. Really?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I did. I fucked it
You
up.
didn't use it.
I fucked it up. I got a cat. Remember the cat that passed away? Like that was when I got him. When I just moved to Florida, I got him. It was 15 years ago. So I got him when I moved into that apartment because my girl was like, I used to leave for work every day and I used to work 14 hours a day. So I would leave at 7 in the morning, right? And like I'd come back at like 10 p.m., 9 p.m. And she'd be home alone. She'd be like, I want a kitty. So I got her a cat. And from there, for like next 5 years, next year and a half, he actually ended up tearing up because he's doing the clawing thing. So he tore up all their furniture. And when I was moving out, they're like, "What happened here?" I was like, just normal wear and tear." They're like, "That looks like a cat." I was like, no, that's just from moving the furniture around and Walmart. They're like, "Yeah, whatever. We're keeping your deposit." I was like, "All right, if that's all you're keeping, keep it."
Fair enough.
You're not asking me to pay anything.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And that's why the laws in Spain are the way they are.
No, it's very different. The laws in Spain from the States.
You're not the only one that doesn't work.
Very
Half the country doesn't work either, right? When you have this siesta.
Yeah, actually, between 2 and 5, everything is closed.
Between 2 and
like
5 p.m. every day.
Literally right now.
Everything's closed.
The banks
just resting.
Yeah, banks are closed. Shops are closed. Stores are closed. Like 90% of everything is closed during that time. And on Saturdays, most of the stores like open only at around 10 a.m. or something in the capital. It's just, bro, I'm like, how do people live here?
Spanish, they know how to fucking live, yo. They just rest. Midday,
they stay up
2 p.m.
They stay
hits,
up late.
2 p.m. hits, they're all fucking sleeping, having lunch, they're partying for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm looking at my neighbors right now, and there are like 6 of them sitting in the balcony enjoying the massive, beautiful sunshine here, and I'm working because the time that I work is 2 p.m. when the time readjusts next Sunday. 2 p.m. will be 8 p.m. 8 a.m. Eastern will be 2 p.m. for me in Spain. Right now it's still 5 hours, so it's 1 p.m. From 8 a.m. So right now it is 2:15, but it'll be 3:15 as of next Monday. So between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., so 8 and 11 will be the siesta time. So I can't even go out and enjoy myself and relax with everybody else. So trading and that's it.
Oh, we're supposed to feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Sorry for me. I mean,
how sad for you.
How sad. I mean, bro, like I know Eddie. Eddie lives in Florida. Wicks, you live in Florida. It's not a bad life to have when you're enjoying the sunshine. Kenny, you live in Detroit, which is probably very, very cold and snowing and right now. So obviously I understand that, but I'm never going to live in a city where there's snow ever again. I'm just going to go visit. I'm never, ever going to live in a city. And I haven't lived in a city where there's snow in the last 10 years, 11 years since I've been moving around. So to each their own, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at lemon trees right here, olive trees. This is my backyard, bro. I've got the pool and the massive barbecue set and everything. And this is not even my backyard. It's part of the community's, right? My own backyard is separate from that, which is very big. So I definitely am not complaining. I'm thanking God every day for everything that I have, and love how love how God has given me all these opportunities to, do what I do and trade and be able to do what we're doing right now and enjoying ourselves. So I can't fucking complain, bro. I don't have to work a 9 to 5. And trading is just an opportunity for me to make extra money to, do the things I want to do and the freedom that I want to have. That's how I've been able to travel and take the family around and now grow my family and start it, and take it from there. And now I take care of 7 people, right? It's a lot of people, bro.
7
But
people.
that's
Yeah,
what trading
that's
allows me to
honestly
do.
that's what I do. I take care of 7 people. 7 people and 2
Yeah, I have
pets.
no animals anymore. Not since they all passed away. But yeah, and
It's
I
like, thank
don't
God they
even
all
just take
passed
care of 7
away.
people. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I know this.
they lived a long life, so I'm really, really happy.
There's
I had
nothing to
them,
be upset about.
and,
Yeah, they had a decent life. They had a high quality
they
life.
lived.
They should be
Yeah, they
proud.
traveled with me. Yeah, they traveled with me. I think it's 5 countries. They lived with me in about 5 countries. I had 2 dogs and 3 cats, and at some point I had 7 pets in total.
Quality. You get a
and-
quality life, man.
Bro, just to travel from one country to the other, it would cost me 10 grand just for them
Your
because of the
passports.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
yeah. It was a lot of money, but it's my family. I was not gonna just get rid of them. It doesn't make sense.
Oh,
So
no, of
I
course.
gave them the best life I could, and obviously, I kind of lost it when they all
Honey, we're
passed
moving.
away. A little
All
bit.
right, call the Koreans. Damn, he said Spain is amazing. Spanish people have a much better quality of life. You know what? Quality of life isn't the nationality thing. It's a mindset thing. You can drop 2 people in the same city with the same opportunities, and one will build something while the other complains all day. So there are miserable people in every country and fulfilled people in every country, honestly. And if the U.S. is supposedly has such a terrible quality of life, it's funny how millions of people from all over the world are still trying to move here every year. People don't line up for visas and green cards just for the scenery. They line up to get a better quality of life. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, it's not just that; it's also the currency as well, right? When you live in Europe and you're part of the EU and you get your euro money, the money is so stable that it makes it easier for you to have a better quality of life. I think it's the same thing in the US. You have a lot of shit places in the States, but the US dollar is very strong, less strong than the euro, but on its own, it's one country, whereas the euro are 27 countries. So people, I mean, look, in Spain, there are shit people everywhere, obviously, right? If you go to Madrid, Barcelona, and the big cities, they're absolutely garbage people, woke ass people, the crap, the illegals they brought in, and all those dumbasses everywhere.
Do not
But
travel
I live
to
in
Madrid and
Alicante.
Barcelona, Jay. They're waiting on you. They're
I
waiting.
haven't been to Barcelona or Madrid yet, but I'm planning a trip to do that.
Yep.
They're only 4-hour drive away from me, both. But yeah, I'm at the beach, in San Juan de Alicante. I'm at the beach, about 10-minute drive from the beach. Hi, Bianca. About 10-minute drive from the beach, and I do that on purpose in order to be able to enjoy life. So beach it is. That's the way it is. And taking care of 7 people. My girl, her mom's boyfriend, my friend, my daughter.
I think
It's a lot of people, but they all live together with me.
I think a lot depends on where you are in life, too, right? Like, people confuse lifestyle with opportunity, and like one looks good on vacation, the other builds a future. So like as you're trying to build your life, you got to go to a place that has the best opportunity for you, not the one that looks great on a picture like you're on vacation, right? That comes as a byproduct of taking advantage of the opportunities that.
And to be honest, living 10 minutes from a beach, there's nothing for me.
Me neither, but my pops would not live anywhere else but within 10 minutes from the beach. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, he's got to be by the beach. Me?
Well,
nope. I could be in the mountains. I could be anywhere.
Now, the wife, she would love to be 10 minutes from the beach. Me?
Yeah.
I would be 10 minutes from the beach and probably go a few times a year.
I have not been to the beach in 2 years. I live basically on the beach.
Bro,
like it's a few minutes.
That's just ridiculous, man.
I just don't go. Fuck the beach, man. I got shit to do.
Who the hell's got time
to lie around like a fucking rotisserie chicken? And who's got time for that shit, right?
Yeah, but you need to decompress at some point and relax. So
I do. I go to the gym.
Yeah, well, this is the family thing, so we all go there together and we enjoy the day at the beach.
We get it.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, but it's important to have my daughter also, see everything that's
Ground
different, that's
herself.
new.
Oh, yeah, you got
Yeah,
young
exactly.
kids, of course, right? My kids just graduating college.
Yeah, it's different.
But he's speaking for
Yeah,
himself. He's like there's people that don't really give a damn. Close to the beach, not
yeah,
close to the beach, they'll never go. I used to go to the beach more often when I was further away from it because it was like a trip. It was like an outing. Now it's like a trip to the store. I gotta fucking see people, I gotta see that dong, just fucking running across the street every other day.
yeah.
Every
But
time I
I
gotta
enjoy
go to
going
the
to the beach
store.
here as well. Uh, Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was saying every time I go to the store right now, especially in spring break, if I leave my house, I'm gonna run into a whole bunch of partiers. I'm probably gonna run a few over. Probably gonna get a high five from the police for doing that shit because they hate everybody coming down here.
That's funny.
And
No, I
it's just-
mean, you definitely enjoy the beach in Spain because the beaches in Spain are all topless. You have some that are nudist, but they're all topless.
Yeah.
So when you go to the beach, you get to enjoy the view and the view. So
Well, they're mandatory topless.
no, but
I'd be like, baby, stay home
like
today.
European women are very liberal.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
they
I
just
know.
walk around topless everywhere, and you're like, all right, I'm
Did
down
you
with
forget
that.
your shirt?
That sounds good.
No, that's how I go to work.
That's just how they are, bro. That's just how it is. Yeah, they're all topless there. I mean,
I don't know,
unfortunately,
I'm
sometimes
not-
you have those old grandmas.
I'm-
You don't want to see them.
He's just throw the
But-
titty over the shoulder and go.
Yeah,
Just keep it
yeah,
moving.
someone like that, down to the belly button. Oh man, but you've got a lot of nice ones too. And when summer comes, it's gonna get even more packed. Because we're on the coast, on the East Coast Mediterranean, which is very nice and very warm because we're much more southern than Barcelona. So you get to enjoy that too. But I mean, I get it. When you got snow, I mean, I used to live in snow, like, it was -40 sometimes, right? And skiing, all that, but slush was bad. The ice, the black ice,
A
everything.
big reason why I hated New York was like
Yeah.
the day after the snow falls out. The day of is beautiful. You go to Central Park, it's great. You do sled, you go to anywhere. Bro, the day after, the city looks like shit. It's
Shit
all
show.
black and
Traffic fucked up.
slush and sleet and
Yeah.
slow.
Takes you 50 minutes to get dressed. It's just insane because you have to make sure
It
you're
used to
so
take me
warm.
like 2 hours to get out of bed. I'd be
Oh, yeah.
covered in shit. It'd be freezing. You gotta call your super to fucking throw in the central heat for the entire building. And then
Yeah.
half the neighbors are complaining they're hot. Half the neighbors are complaining it's cold. The super's over there like, fuck y'all, I'm leaving.
I mean, Abans is writing here, the snow is only fun for kids. It's not true. I mean, it was fun for my dogs too, right? They were winter dogs. They loved it. And it's fun if you're gonna travel. I mean, I can go to Switzerland here or something like that. It cost me like 50 euros to get there. It's very cheap. And go in, snow or go to France and at the Alps and something like that. That's a fun excursion to do for a couple of weeks. Bro, to have that for 3-4 months? Hell no. Bro, it's still even snowing now in the north.
It's just,
and
it's
you're like,
just
wait,
people
what?
wake up in a shittier mood. You wake up, you see a palm tree, you see a pool,
Yeah.
you see a beach, you see an ass. You're like, all right.
Yeah. You're like, I'm feeling good. I'm chilling.
I can go to work.
That's good. You
I
got
can go to
nice
work like this.
beer.
I get used to this.
Yeah.
It's when you wake up and everyone's wearing fucking bubble jackets and it's like, you ever, man, it's crazy. Try to take leather pants off a girl when it's fucking -30.
Been there, done that.
Ain't gonna
Almost
happen.
impossible, bro.
It ain't gonna happen.
Almost impossible, yeah.
You be like, baby, look, maybe we should just go on vacation before we do this.
Oh
Like, damn.
man. Nah, man,
say
this
what-
yeah, go ahead.
Nah, you ain't even be in the mood after. You'd be like, damn, after all this, put the shit back on. I'm tired. Just an hour to get
People
this
don't
shit
think
off.
about, people don't think about also the heating costs you a fortune, right? Whereas you don't really have to use much of the heater when you're near the beach, right? It's just AC most of the time, but other places they have
Bro,
to
my
do heating.
my daughter be
and
like, turn on the
and
heat,
AC.
and I just open the door.
Man, I mean, look, I've worked hard to get to where I am, to be able to live the life that I want to live, and trading allows me to do that as well. So I'm very, very fortunate. But I did work my ass off to get to where I am for many, 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 many years. And then you have to make sure that you have funds that are there for you, residuals, businesses, or investments that bring you the funds that you have, regardless of if you make money with trading or not. Once you have that, then you're more comfortable, whether it's real estate or anything of that nature. That's what allows you to then be comfortable to, to save your money, to be able to, take your family out and travel and all this. Bro, when we moved from Argentina to Portugal, right? I had to pay for everybody. It was at least $6,000, right? Just for the tickets and all that stuff. Thank you, baby. And then the luggage, and then the move after that, the drive from the airport to where we were in Portugal, and then that was last year, and now we moved here to Spain, so I had to pay for the move from there. It's a lot of things, right? But people don't think about how much it costs. My girl doesn't have to work. She doesn't think about any of that stuff. She just knows she takes care of me, takes care of the family, takes care of the house, takes care of the cooking, and takes care of the kids. That's what she wants, and that's how it works for us. And I'm very traditional in that aspect. So for her, she says, "Thank God I have you. That I have to worry about bills or things like that." And I say, "Thank God I have you, because I don't have to worry about what's happening, because I know you're taking care of the things that you have to at the house." And that's just perfect. And it works so well for us.
Thank God I got trading, because honestly, when people say, like, it's crazy to me. I like, a lot of people say, like, I worked hard to get to where I am now, and like, I feel that and I always wish I could have felt that way, because I worked so fucking hard for like 20 years, for a good 15 years, like 10, 12-hour shifts, and it did nothing to get me to where I am. It wasn't until I started working
Facts.
smart. Like, I didn't need to
Facts.
work hard. Bro, honestly, I worked my ass off and always wondered, when am I finally, like, when can I stop working and feel like there's results? Because I keep working and working and putting in hours, and at the end of the day, I'm not anywhere further ahead than I was at the beginning of the year. I just worked the whole year, worked my ass off the entire year, and just basically survive it, just to survive it. And it wasn't until, like, I started working smarter, right? And working hard had nothing to do with it. Man, I worked my ass off, and it's not that it got me nowhere, it just got me through life. It just got me by, right? But
Yeah, like a
trading is,
robot.
yeah, trading is what really, like, did it. And it's like I said, it wasn't about working hard. It was just like, hey, I work hard, right? Because I think if working hard did it, like, a lot of people will be rich. A lot of people really put in a lot of effort and work hard. They're just, they're not doing the right thing by them, because all that hard work is not paying off in a way that they would prefer. So you're working hard, but you're working dumb, right? You're not working
90% of the
towards
time,
yourself.
if
You're
you have a
just stuck.
job, yeah, you're going to be broke. You're going to work really hard, but not get paid what your value is. And maybe 3% of the time you will, if you're a CFO or a CTO or something like that for a massive corporation, then they'll pay you a lot of money, right? And the most of the time is when you have your own business, but then you just have no life, right? You're working 80 hours a week in order to generate how much you can, as much as you can. You'll make a lot of money, but you probably won't have a life. You won't see your family. And that's just something that men are supposed to do, because that's what we are good at, is making sure that we provide for the families, right? And we don't care how long it takes. But at the end, when you are good in one thing, like you are in trading, it allows you to not have to do all these things anymore. It allows you to trade 3-4 hours here and there, twice a day, bro. There's nothing like it. You're your own boss. You don't have to have any employees, but you also have to understand how you trade. You have to be really good at it, right? You have to make sure that you understand the structures, take the positions, have the money as well. Obviously, if you're going to, invest. If not, you can use the profits to help you out with that. But, it's not an easy situation to be in the end, when you are working your ass off and nothing happens. But you have to be able to save money. If you can't save money, be able to get yourself some investments, then you got to find something else if that's what you want.
You also
And
can't
most people,
you also can't say you're okay, I'm gonna work smarter now, I'm gonna do this. That means I don't have to put in all the effort. No, you still gotta
Correct.
work hard, when you start
Yeah.
working smart. But the working hard on its own part, it does nothing for you unless that work is actually getting you to where you want to go, and then that would be a smart decision for your life. So you got to continue working hard while you start.
We work hard.
Smart.
Yeah, we work hard in the trading, but we work smart, and that's the difference. Anyways, 9:30 just opened NYSE. Let's take a look.
Yeah, NYSE just opened here, and nothing doing. I'm not a big fan of what's going on here just yet. I think we're gonna be waiting on a 4-hour position here, 4-hour closure, 4 hours bullish here. Wasn't really looking for this, but these limits here. I don't like anything here in terms of limits, in terms of pancake orders, right? Because a rebreak of the high here, right? Look at this 2-hour breaking all the lows. If it breaks highs, it's gonna fucking rock it. You got 30 minutes left. It's NYSE open, right? And on the 1-hour, if you start coming down here, right to these areas, there's no support formed yet. You're gonna end up filling the wick. So there's no pancakes up or down. Just time frames are not aligning. Every time frame is telling you a different story right now. If we're able, so we tap these areas, right? If we're able to this. We might have. Here's the deal. If we do close bullish here on the 4-hour, I would like to see this area for a pancake, so we can look something like this. Right, I would not mind a position like this. A lot of pips, man. Build these wicks. I think on the 4-hour, we start doing that, right? If we're gonna be able to get a little buy limit off these areas. It's gonna be a steep stop here, 250 pips. But that's gonna be the next best opportunity in terms of pancakes. Right, we have a level right there. If we end up closing bullish and open up with a bottom wick, I don't expect it to blast right through support here. I would expect a reaction, and it would most likely show up at the 4-hour level, 45.50 flat here with an amazing level. 45.50 flat bottom wick. That's what we opened with without it before getting a top wick. I could deal with that. Ideally, this 15, look at this, the way it's printing right now. It can close something like that. Or this 30 can close something like this, right? Leg handle, we open up with a bottom wick. Tap these areas, start and get the leg handle fill. That's our advantage point, and then it's whatever. At that point, it won't matter. We'll be, we'll have risk off the table. It'll be house money, and we'll have secured profits by that point. So if we close like we are right now, we'd want the next candle to end up, like this, filling the leg handle here at the very least. After tapping this area, right? And that would also be the 4-hour support. Tap the 4-hour support. Can you push up? But you want this, you want that leg handle. That would be a lot of help from the market here. And we got a lot of time left. Like, not just this 15. We got, it needs to be a 30 candle. So that means we got 25 minutes, 20 minutes here. No, 25 minutes, yeah. And I don't think there's any news today in our way. Yeah, there's nothing in the way here. Just clean day. Worked in IT as a corporate monkey for medical companies, oil and gas, also logistics and freight, and I'd rather just trade. All I need is $250 a day to pay me as much as my previous salary. The talk which is going on right now, I come here for that only. Thank you. W. I'm glad that you enjoy the vibes and the conversation. We might get some help from these markets, or it might be looking like we're getting some help right now, and then it'll completely screw us. So don't get ahead of it. Just wait, be patient, and let it come to you. Oil inventory is in an hour, some consideration. Everything's still reacting to oil. Yeah, I mean, sure, but we don't trade oil, and
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
just don't. Brooks was definitely rocking Tim's, Parker jacket, and baggy Sean John jeans. You're only right. I hated Tim's. Never wore Tim's in my life. Parker jacket, never. But I did wear baggy Sean John jeans growing up. Yeah, I would wear like a triple XL in high school. I'm not a fucking XL right now. I'm more of a 4X.
Yeah, that's how you did it back then.
Uh,
You go in the store and all the 4 and 5X was all sold out.
all sold out, bro. I put my belt on and I had my fucking jeans just crumple up like under my belt because they were so wide. With the G Unit shirt? No.
Nah, that was late. That was later. Yeah. Everybody had the 3Xs and
Bro.
Crazy.
The very first girlfriend I've ever had in like 6th grade. She was like, you know why I started? Why I went out with you? I was like, why? It's like years later. She was like, because you used to look like a gangster and wear all that baggy shit. That was literally her answer. Like when we got older and we were like in high school and college. She's like, you know why I went out with you in 6th grade? Like, why? She's like, because you look like a gangster with all that baggy shit. They call wigs 25 cent. Kenny was, yeah. When I was growing up, G Unit wasn't a thing. That was college. Very like Biggie, DMX, like Jay-Z, like Nas. Those were like Genuine. Come ride it. Like all that shit. TLC, like, you know, that was the shit growing up. Remember Genuine? They call Kenny Butter Kenny. Kenny Butters.
See, and that in the early 90s, we were going to the
Freak in the 1900s, dog. Be honest about it.
The Freaknik in Atlanta. Like I said, when all that was jumping off, BBD, people wearing overalls and, you know, just crazy, you know, good, fun times.
Man, because it was cool when I was growing up, right? We had the beepers. We had the original cell phones, right? But this shit, we didn't have no social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I could get in contact with my boys. I could go do some ratchet shit, but I also knew I wasn't going to end up on the 6 o'clock news or on Instagram or something. Because, yeah, the only way you ended up on a screen is if you on the news. You had to do a lot. It would be too much effort to end up on the news.
You need that cell phone, that pager. You good. You ain't need nothing else.
Bro, you show up, any party, nothing. They don't be recording shit. So, like, you could still become president 20 years from that day. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't going to ruin. No outing could have ruined the rest of your life. Well, right now, any outing you go, like, you really got to fucking watch yourself. It can ruin the next 20 or 30 years of your life. AIM or MySpace, that was way after. Bro, before AIM, like, you know how we had the AOL dial-up? Before MySpace, we had the shit called meetspot.com. And before meetspot.com, there used to be a thing called Wimit.com. WHIMIT. Wimit. So I'm Wimit. I was like, I don't know why the fuck is this shit called Wimit. I always thought it was like a bunch of immigrants or like a couple Arab guys that were like, oh, we meet.com, Wimit. You know, that's just how they used to say it. We meet. And I got an idea, my friend. Wimit.com. Yes, Wimit.com.
Well, even before that, and the internet was popping off, we had the party line on the phone.
Yeah, the party line.
You know what I mean? So it was always a way. I don't think it wasn't. Don't think social media jumped all this off. There was always a way to communicate and get together. The party line on the phone. I'm talking about the landline.
The Gerbo jeans. Yo, I had the shirts.
Oh, the Jabot for sure. The Jabot was popping.
Bro, I had all of them.
Pepe, Jabot, Guess. I still rock Guess sometimes, so I still gonna get some.
My girl just bought me a Guess shirt. I was like, guess who's not wearing it?
I got some Guess jeans. I still rock some Guess jeans. Yep.
I got jumped by a bunch of Asian bloods in Canada. That can't be real, bro. Those were the triads, bro. That's the triads. No Asian blood. Those Asian bloods, those are Mexicans. Those are Mexican. Fubu, yeah. Everybody wore Fubu and Mark Echo. Echo Unlimiteds. But that was the shit. High tops with the straps. Yeah, how about the original pumps? Bro, you be at the playground talking about, yeah, watch me jump higher now because I'm... Yeah, you dead now. You done fucked up. You made me pump my Reeboks. I remember you be seeing a car that got curves on it. You'd be like, damn, they started making these without angles now? Because all them cars went in the 90s, they went in late 80s, early 90s, they went from angles to like, you know, curves. And you'd be like, damn, that car got curves. That's crazy. That look good.
When the Lexus first started popping,
you'd be like, damn, that's pretty. Yeah, it's got the flowing, the wavy thing. And it looked, man, the Lexus GS's, the like 97, 98, like no, 98, 99, 2000, those GS's looked way ahead of their time. They were popping to like 2005, 2010. Can't find one right now. You see one in good condition, man. Those were in demand. They were good cars. They was fast as hell. They were responsive. They were smooth. Nothing was smoother than a Lexus. You could get an old school LS. But you know what? You know what car had the best back seat?
LS 430.
Bro, the Toyota Avalon.
No way.
The Toyota Avalon had the best fucking back seat out of any sedan. And that was basically the LS. That was the Toyota version of the LS.
That's my old LS right there.
Those are fucking gangster cars. My boy went and got that instead of the new one because he was like, yo, you see anybody rocking this? No. You know what we also used to like? What was this shit called? I want to say it was a Mitsubishi, the one that looked like a Skyline. Or Acura. No, it was an Acura. It looked like a Nissan Silvia. Used to love those cars because you couldn't get a Sylvia in the U.S., right? But they were mad popular because of the Gran Turismo games.
All I know, when I used to come to New York in the 90s, all I would see was the Land Rovers everywhere.
Yeah, we had a lot of Range Rovers, a lot of Land Rovers. We had New York had a lot of fucking Hummers, those H1s. I was like, man, big ass city. Why the fuck y'all need this? But in my neighborhood, man, fuckers were getting Hummers left and right. And everybody and their mother started off with a Nissan Maxima. Like in like my neighbor, like if when you were growing up, like when you were in high school, like you're getting either a Nissan Maxima or a Honda Accord. That's what everybody started off with. The Prelude? No, not the Prelude, not the 2-door. They had it was a 4-door. No. I'm sorry. The Acura Legend. Look it up. Acura Legend. It looks exactly like a fucking GTR. You just got to change the lights. Acura.
No, the Legend was cold. The Legend was cold.
Acura Legend. That's what it was. Look at the Legend. You get a 2-door Legend. Coupe.
Down here, 55. I'm sorry, 40.
Right there.
45.
This looked exactly like a Nissan GTR. Wait, I can't. Why can't I bring this up? Wait. There, right here, you guys. Remember this one? Right here. People used to go crazy for these 95 Legends because they look like a GTR. You just needed to change the lights. They used to even sell the aftermarket lights to make it look like a GTR. Make it look like a Skyline. Cars were legend. Man, I don't know if this is gonna play nice for us on the 4-hour. This looks terrible. I do not want to trade in this 4-hour candle. Sucks. I'd rather have a Calcat. People really used to go, bro, because like it's the 90s. What fucking Hellcat? You'd be lucky if you had a Hugo or a Pinto. Get yourself a Toyota Celica. He said a Hellcat. Hellcat is today's. The teens of today, man, don't know the struggle. Oh, we would have 20 people chip down on gas when one person had a car.
You only needed one car. You just wanted to get there.
I remember I didn't even have a license. I just used to take the driver's ed class in high school. And I didn't have a car. And my boy had a friend who was 1 year older. And he had a Mercury Cougar. Remember those? The Mercury Cougar? The coupe? It was like a square one with the flat like back window.
Yeah, it was basically a Mustang.
Yeah, I remember he let us borrow it. And we knew how to drive, but we didn't know how to parallel park. And we must have broke the shit out of all the bumpers on that car, the car behind us, the car in front of us when we went to like a pool hall in Brooklyn. And the pool hall was Playboy Billiards. You could look it up. The shit was on Coney Island Avenue. And I walked in there and we were parking and the cop pulled up and he looks at it. He's like, show me your license. I was like, I got a permit. And he was like, the spot you're parking in right now, don't fucking leave it. All right, leave the car parked, close it, and leave. I was like, all right, we parked it best we could, half on the curb. It took 3 people and like 20 minutes to park it. We were 15 years old, and then we walk into the billiards, And you know, we ain't have no cell phones, so you gotta dial up from the payphone that's at the thing. And that's when just the 9X fucking caller IDs came out. You get like a little standalone little digital small little thermometer looking thing, and it would be a caller ID. It would stand there on your table. Anybody call the house phone, you know where the phone call's coming from. So I called my mom from there, like, yo, we can't drive, you gotta come pick me up. And the thing is, it was Playboy Billiards, so on the thing, on her caller ID, it shows up Playboy. And I'm like, hey, can you see where I'm at so you can pick me up? She was like, yeah, how the fuck did you get in there? You're 15. And I was like, what the fuck you mean? It's a pool hall. She's like, yeah, it was crazy. She's like, I'm coming to pick you up right now, young man. Thinking I'm like a Playboy house. Yeah, great days, great times. Mom had a blue Cougar. They don't even make the brand no more. It's always been my favorite car. So 4th grade, I'm 30 now. No, when I was in high school, like, thinking about cars, man, I used to love the Mitsubishi Eclipse because of the lights in the back, the way they went around, and then Fast and Furious came out. I was like, oh, it's over. I want that green Eclipse, right? And I always loved the M3s. The M3s, man, 98, 99, 2000, 01, 02, like, just love that car. But I always knew, like, this shit unrealistic for the situation that my family's in. Like, an M3 is like, it's completely unrealistic. It's not gonna happen. And then I saw my brother make some money, and he bought himself a 335 or 335. Hardtop convertible. No, was it hard? I don't remember. I know it was a convertible. And I was like, damn, this shit's attainable. I can actually get them. My brother got one. He was working his ass off. But that let me know that, like, yo, this shit could be done. I didn't know it was that attainable. I used to love those cars. Like the Beamer bodies were just beautiful compared to every other car. Like, they were way ahead. And just the ass on an M3, it would be a little bit wider than the regular 3 Series. It would be like extra wide, and be an extra boot. If it ain't your beauty, it's your booty. We got 6 minutes here on the 4-hour candle. Looks like ass and feet growing out of each other.
Well, we did retrace down to that area we was talking about.
Yeah, but that's not how the way we wanted to retrace. We want the 4-hour to show that it's able to hold a strong bullish candle, right? Hold these levels up here. Way we continue with that momentum on the next 4-hour. Right now, it's showing us that it's indecisive. We can't hold that bullish structure or that bullish momentum, that bullish candle above a certain level. Breaking down here before the close. Can't hold it. Not enough. Not enough juice. My first car was the Chevy Sonic, selling straight bricks out that shit. Yeah, I told you guys. My first car was a 1990 Nissan Maxima with an automatic seatbelt that used to choke the shit out of you every time you get in the wrong way. That car died on me. Actually, it was my first car, so I knew nothing about cars. So I had no idea that there's a thing called antifreeze and that fucker needs to be filled up. And what happened was I was driving through Canarsie Projects, right in the middle of Canarsie Projects in Brooklyn, yeah. This shit started smoking. I'm like, that's all right. The smoke will go away. And as I continued drying, the shit started smoking more and more and more. And I had to stop driving. I pulled over. I opened the hood. And the fucking antifreeze thing exploded. It's everywhere. It's steaming. Fucking, you know, antifreeze gets real hot when you drive. Can't touch that. Can't touch that. You can't open it. Otherwise, it'll fucking explode on you. So you got to wait for it to cool down. But it already exploded. And it went in the engine. And it blew my engine. And that's how I lost my first car. You didn't have that 1 hour pancake? No. No 1 hour pancake there. Because, like, when I look at the 2 hour here, as it was coming up here, this candle looked like this on that pancake. This candle that we have printing right now, we had some time left, and it was looking like this. I was like, all right, it just fucking loaded up. We can definitely push heavy here. And we've been stuck in this chop, right? I don't have a clear sense of direction. Previous 4 hours, really not helping us out here. This, I don't know, it just didn't look pretty. Not a pancake I would take. Not big on the pancakes here. Like we're tapping this area with 3 minutes to go in the 4 hour, like, sucks. It's a shitty 4 hour candle. Shitty range in general. Boy, do I want to get the fuck out this range. Okay. This sucks. This 4 hours gonna close doji. Zoom door? Oh, phew. Come on in, Zoom. Hold on, again. Give me a sec. I gotta open the door. It's too smoky in here. Smoker! Yo, I think everybody had a friend named Smokey growing up. Homie named Smokey. I told you, actually, no, I can't tell you. He was cool as shit. Literally, the way you would picture a Smokey, he was that dude. He was exactly like Smokey. 15 seconds. 15 seconds in. Four-hour close bearish. Well, I'd prefer some sells. We also close respecting this level. Gonna completely break down here. Like 98 Civic hatchback. Yeah, that was a lot of people liked that one because it was attainable. It looked good. It was attainable. There was a whole bunch of them in the Fast and the Furious movies. Very first one, I think that's what they're using. A whole bunch of Civics to rob the truck at the beginning.
So I took a W
Took a sell, right?
on the yeah, I did take I took a sell, correct, on the off the 15
Yeah, I'm
at
looking.
NYC. Yeah,
I'm looking at
but I
it.
closed way too early. I caught 120 pips close partials, which gave me 100 pips in total, and it came down 150. Then on the new 4-hour, pushed up first, and then came back down. But I couldn't take anything else. But I caught those.
I'm looking at it just the way it printed. It didn't look great on the 30 here because you got that closure above this area, and you did.
Yeah, but the
close-
fake out
you-
pushed us to guarantee it. When it pushed up, it created that fake out. When it pushed up, broke the highs, and then came back down.
Here's
So
what
that's
I
why it
would-
made sense. And I came in on the previous 15 lows.
Here's what I was looking at here, as because yeah, that level was right here. You did close. You
Yeah.
did fake out, but then
Yeah.
if you look at this 5, and because I was looking at this as it happened, it came down here, and then it flipped the 30 bullish here, right? Looking to drive. So I stopped paying attention here at this point. But if the 15 or the 30 looked like that 5, yeah, we would have gotten in there, I think, on the break here. Expecting it to now come back down with that 15 fake out, but I was just expecting a bullish flip on the 30 here for NYC Open because that 30 was a nice push, closed above the most recent, and the 15 faked out. But the way that 30 was the 30 was sprinting here, there was a high likelihood it pumps back up. The only way for me to get in was if this top wick came up there, right? So I was just looking to see.
I
how
mean, the
far it
max
came
drawdown I saw
down.
was about 50, 60 pips. So yeah, I understand what you're saying.
If I saw this, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking it off the top wick and
Even better, yeah.
keeping this stop, you know, maybe 100 pips, 90 pips. But
Yeah, the stop loss was about 200 pips. It was a lot larger than I wanted, but these
for
days it's about the
NYC
norm.
Open, for NYC Open,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, probability wise, it's not a bad trade. I just needed it to play out on the 15 like or the 30 like it did on the 5. Kind of guarantee that we're not gonna push up, but all right. I mean, we'll get it.
Yeah, I see a few people in the chat said they took it as well. Congrats.
Yeah,
You guys are still holding. I
Not a
mean,
big
I
fan
hope
of that
hope you guys close some partials, got some profits there. But yeah,
I guess
I mean,
could've
you saw it,
just-
and I understand you wanted more confirmation. I get
the
it.
thing
Yeah,
is,
makes sense.
yesterday you could have trusted the volume to push you through that range, and it didn't.
And it didn't happen.
We
Yeah, it
closed the
reversed.
BE, and it pushed back the other way. Now you're expecting.
It didn't just push back; it annihilated everything, and pushed up for London and Asian and
Yeah, like
2,500 pips in total.
If you
It's
got
insane.
stuck there and married that position, you were fucked.
Oh yeah.
And that's why
yeah.
you know we closed that BE and we didn't let it do that. And over here, I just said I'm not letting myself get into that position again.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I was looking for it. I had the same thinking as Wick, so did not take it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe if the 30 respected as well, right? If we close respecting this area, not above it. But the fake out itself, I didn't like because we could have, you know, the higher time frame closed above, we could have pushed. We can get this closure above here, though. I will look for positions. You see how there was chop here? We've kind of cleared it out. Bong. Bong. So we have clean drives through these levels now. I think we're able to close above where we should see this drive. To fill this range back up. And start filling the 4-hour up here. We need a closure above here. Closure above 45.50. A lot of wick to fill here for this can. Yeah, give me a second while this sprints. Give me a sec. Get a little intro going.
This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken, and I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset. My choices. My willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, Trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback, and if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
Let's get it, my friend. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a. Hell. We're pushing up here. Very nice. Very much. 4 hours bearish, man. This still flip bearish here, too. Oh, man. Can we get an Indian version? You don't have to be perfect, my friend. You have to be very persistent. Persistent. Very much. That voiceover makes me feel like Batman while I'm doing push-ups in front of my PC. Okay, the superhero. Hank in the building. Get my DM on Instagram. Send it 5 minutes after you post the day 2 of the fine 3-letter thing. Nobody got it yet, but like there's like 1,000 DMs, and I'm trying to set up this bot. I'm gonna continue doing. There's a lot to set up over there. Do it right, but I'm gonna be doing it again. I didn't finish. I was doing it yesterday. Family, and now I'm doing it again. Do it again. Can we get a light candle here? Tricky candle could come down here. Let's make it. Was it not sun on your vape? No. No, it wasn't the vape. I also gave a clue. Bunch of clues. Zoom door, I got you. Come in. There's a secret knock. I would have got you earlier, but I didn't hear the knock. I never knock on nobody. Four-hour fucking sucks. All right, lock in here, gang. We might have positions here soon, depending on how. Might take a little longer than soon. Okay, we're gonna have a sell limit here. Sell limit 45.60, 45.59. Go a little. Not much lower. Just enough so I could leave myself room for a pineapple up here if I need one. Just in there. There we go. We are in there for a sell. Look like we have a leg candle here. I would expect this to come down to create that bottom wick.
Wix, are you going BE on the flip or at the previous 15 top wick?
A little bit sooner, right before the flip.
Right before the flip, you're going to go BE? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I needed a little bit more. There's a few more pips. Maybe, yeah, around 35 pips in profit is BE. Wick to the left. The one that you needed to break for your sell. I saw about 25 at most. Might reach the top of the range here after it rebreaks, which means we'll have a pineapple there. Still holding. Those partials right there. I closed half my position at 22 pips there. I'm going to move stops to break even right here at 30 pips. Let's see if we can flip here. We're up about 40. Let's close full right there at 43. I think we have a chance to re-break and get in again. I closed full at 43 pips. Unless it flips. If it flips, then we don't get to take the re-break that high. Full closure. I'm sorry. 40 pips on the dot. 40 on the dot. So final results. I closed half at 20 and full at 40. You out after 30 pips risking 160? Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, nice,
you'll,
nice.
You'll see why when it rebreaks this high right now to give you a steeper top wick, which I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah, I think it might push up to then come back down. If it does do that and then it fakes out again at the top of the range from today, it should come back to reject the highs and then re-break the lows, and for it to push back down to maybe retest what it did yesterday. I think that's doable. So I think it was a good position to then to also close where we were. I think it made sense, regardless of what happens.
I told you I'm looking for the wick to the left, and once we had a hard time passing it, and we start, we're seeing play here.
Yeah.
This wick right here, you're 15. Remember I said the 15 where you broke the high right there. This is where it's struggling.
Yeah.
Right here. So he said close in at flip. No, I'm gonna go break even before the flip, but I'm just gonna close full right there because I think you can bounce up off this area to re-break high. It's not that I think, it's just I've seen this print thousands of times. I've seen this print, and then when it doesn't slingshot through here, we gave it quite a bit of time to try to do that. And when it does a slingshot through there, it plays off this wick to give you that steeper push up. And like I said, it's not like, oh, I'm risking to do this. The market is not static, right? It's not like, oh, once this is set up and you take the position, like that was, that's how it's got to play out. The market is very dynamic. It's very dynamic, right? Every little closure, every little pump, every little push, it's giving you info. It's giving you data. The candle is printing data, right? And I use that to my advantage because I've seen things before. So, I'm not always right, but I'm going based on what I've seen and my muscle memory in here. And that tells me then when this candle doesn't slingshot and play at the wick, it usually re-breaks this wick to continue to that resistance. And that's why I tend to secure or at least go break even at that level if we see play. That's just oh, Kenny Sparking. I know I got to join here. You're still waiting on the flip? Yeah, you can wait on the flip. You're technically, the full position here is the fill of the leg candle body down here, right? 45, 43. Yeah, stops to be in case it doesn't. But I'll take that same position. We re-break highs, I'll take a even better entry up here. And if it just breaks lows, then oh well. How dare I secure 40 pips?
And there it is. There's the flip. It just happened, and it rejected instantly.
Dude, how much drawdown did you see off my position here? What did you see? 20 pips of drawdown? 25 pips of drawdown?
20, 30 pips.
Like
20, it's like 25, 24 pips.
There's
like
nobody calling these fucking levels like this. I'm sorry. I don't care.
There's the flip. Yep. The flip was, hopefully you close partials, Reg,
yeah,
and you're already at B.
Yeah, you close partials and full right here.
Yeah. That was, 40 pips below where we closed, but I'm not,
which one of you are like, yeah, I'm going to have a sell right here, 45.58 or 45, or 45.60. Ain't nobody here was thinking that.
Ooh, there's the dump.
Yeah, the body is your full TP.
Yeah, obviously yeah.
Wait.
But you know what they say, a win is a win, right?
I'm good.
A win is a win.
I told you I'm gonna do my best to get you to 1,000 wins before we get loss number 100.
Yeah. Nice job, Reg. Yeah.
Right there. There you go.
Nice position.
Full TP.
Yeah, just about. That was what? Yeah, 11 pips from the body. Jam, look at that rejection instantly. Instant
You gotta,
rejection.
once you get close to, I never wait for the whole thing to, once it gets close.
Yeah.
I
Nice. No, not perfect. Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to take position, plus it's a scalp. The man is 700, 100 with a prop firm deal. You're watching the stream. Wait, what? Oh, the guy talking about risk 160 to browse. Every trade is different. Every trade's unique. I just go based on like what I see, what I know, my knowledge, and right. And sometimes it works to the T. Sometimes I, manage risk too early, and you guys secure profits like last night. Some of you guys caught 100 pips. I got to break even. It's cool. It's cool. I can take these positions all day. I can sit on the charts and do this 15 times a day.
Damn, Jose trades. He said he took a buy at 45.38. He's playing on another level there. Nice.
45.38, you sexy man. Damn, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had to talk about it and mention it. That's a nice one.
Any long Wix Niner? You guys got a W today.
Yeah. My second trade for me for the day. A W, so might just call it.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna wait for London close. I want to see if this can now get out of this range. Kind of bounce around here. Do we find another resistance, another obvious resistance at around 45.65, or do we break up here? But look at the 4-hour. We've seen this push. This specific candle. Well, I've seen this push right through this wick here. Might see 46.20 today. Hey, congrats. Congrats. With the 9.
I know, chat, you guys are probably just staring at your screen, looking at the profits. But if you've got a second, drop a like if you haven't done so. Sub to the channel if you haven't done so. And share the stream with friends if you haven't already done so as well. This is how, this is a free. It's free 99, as Wix like to call it. And it's free money, right? Look at the stream record. Look at the overall. You guys are going to make a lot of money, a lot of knowledge. So go ahead and drop those likes, subs.
The value is in our experience. This is gonna shorten your learning curve by years.
Yeah.
By years, literally. Showing up here, you're gonna save yourself years because you're gonna spend years looking for the opportunities that we've already recognized, trying to build an edge around the opportunities that we've already built edges around, right? And you don't have to use them, but you could learn it because look, a lot of things that I've learned in year 1 and year 2, I couldn't use in year 3 and year 4. But I went back to them in year 5 and year 6 because now I've found more edges or more opportunities in the market that fall in line with that previous knowledge from year 1 and year 2 that now I'm like, so that's how I can utilize that knowledge. I just didn't know the year 4 and 5 or 6, year 5 and 6 knowledge that I needed to know in order to be able to take advantage of that initial knowledge from year 1 and 2. Right? In year 3, year 4, you're gonna, everything you learn, you're like, I can't use this. Well, one day you'll bump into something that's gonna tell you, oh shit, I already know this part of it and I can use this part of it. And then, so that's how that would work. Holy crap, we got a closure with no top wick.
Yeah, no topic on 15. And we have crude oil. It's a yellow folder, but it should be more than that because of the war. So we're going to see if this is going to be one of the biggest yellow folders or not. It's like fart box news, right? It's yellow, but it still moves a lot, the market, a lot of times.
Well, that sucks. There goes that position. Yeah, let's we're gonna wait on this now. Yeah, I was looking to see if we get a top wick entry right there.
Yeah, it was not big enough. I would have liked to see it at maybe 65
All the way up there.
or 67 for you. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I'm looking on spot.
Yeah, I was.
Ah, man, that would have been.
I was okay
60
with it
pips.
here. I was okay with it here. It's only 20 pips in the grand scheme of things. Not a big difference, but it would have been, whether here or here, it would have been to the candle flip. Even here, 40 pips break even. It gave you, would have given you 80. You're looking for supports here, so it's probably looking to come down to this area right here. Your first one, your second one. Yeah, so these areas, this would probably be target. If you had a top wick entry there, somewhere here, your target would be based on this candle down here. Candle close. Candle body low right there. So look, tapped into it. Man, it's like fuck candles. I'm just gonna go off levels. Sniped it. I keep saying this. No one is pointing levels out like this. No one is fucking doing this. Trump claims ownership Strait of Hormuz. Soon he will name it the Strait of America. Yeah. Iran's about to be renamed to Trump Plaza.
Yeah, we all know it's a mistake. That war should not happen. It's all because of Israel.
What war?
United States of Israel, bro.
What war?
They should not be in this war.
There's no war. It's
At all.
It's a military operation. I didn't see no war. I saw
Yeah.
I saw a military
Still people dying.
operation. I didn't see no war.
Still people dying.
But dying every
All
day.
right. Yeah, but this is unnecessary.
There's somebody fucking jumping out a window because they just blew their account. You know what I mean? War is when the
Jose
enemy is
writes.
fighting back. Exactly.
Did Jose write? Man,
love
we should
Jews.
love Jews. I love Jews.
I love you too.
Oh, man. He's afraid of getting canceled or something. Yo, since when did speaking the
I love
facts?
my Jewish friends.
Since when speaking facts and logical reality was wrong, right? It's insane, bro. We see it happening. We're not oblivious to things. We understand what goes on in the world. We
To
understand that
this
people
day-
die every day, but you know, it's
To
just
this day, there is no pure evidence that Iran had nuclear weapons.
bro.
No one said they
There
had
are
nuclear
none.
weapons. No one said. Even Iran, or the U.S. never said they had nuclear weapons. They said they were close to having a nuclear weapon.
And Trump actually just mentioned that he was talking, and he said, "Yeah, we made a
talking
deal.
right now.
Iran said they're not looking to make nuclear weapons or create any." That was like an hour ago. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah, but they're enriching past 60% for no reason. What? They said in negotiations that the reason they're enriching it to nuclear grade is because they're allowed to. Like, if the law said that they weren't, like, according to their previous agreement, and not just from the previous agreement, it's the atomic agency, the AOE or AEO, something like that.
What?
Their rule stated they were the ones letting Iran enrich uranium to that grade. You know, because they signed on for checks, right? So but there was a nuclear watchdog basically coming in there every once in a while and making sure that they're staying within their, you know, agreed or whatever it is according to the program, within their parameters.
Okay.
And that's the agency that was allowing them to enrich the nuclear grade. Trump was like, man, this ain't good. This can't be happening. Barack
Yeah,
Obama
same thing
allowed
was
it,
being said about weapons of mass destruction with
Yeah, but there's
that moron.
But there's a lot of evidence, honestly,
2000?
for Iraq. There's a lot of evidence that a lot of those weapons ended up in Syria.
Mhm.
So they might not have found
Let's-
them in Iraq, but the Syrians also had no way of building weapons that they ended up with.
Let's be honest here. Anytime Netanyahu goes to the States and preaches in front of the Congress, the last 4 presidents have decided to go to war based on what he said, that, oh, they're trying to attack us, they're trying to destroy us, they're trying to annihilate us. So
Nobody decided to go to war. Everyone's had a military operation. We couldn't get into the other presidents actually made it into a war. They weren't strong enough. Trump's like, no, just a military operation. We're gonna go in. There's gonna be no much fighting.
Since the 90s, bro, he's been preaching, save us, they want to annihilate us, the Middle East is bad, let's go to war and attack Iraq, let's do it for Afghanistan, let's you're kidding me? Oh yeah, Iran this, Iran that. Look at what he was doing in his speech a few months ago, and then look what happens. Every single time he did that, the presidents decided to go to war against those countries. Trump is saying, no, we're not trying to go to war. Yet the Pentagon is asking for $200 billion for the Iran war. Bro, that's absolute horseshit.
You're
kidding me? They're going to line their pockets the same way they were doing it before. And they're going to steal the money the same way they did, but in a different way, using this war as an excuse instead of using that other shit to, push the woke ideology that they have worldwide. Bro, nobody's a moron about this. We all know what's happened, which is why I used to love Trump, and now I'm very, very angry. Very angry.
Three Kings.
Yes, I did. It was fun. It was good in Iraq and with the gold and all that. But,
yeah, with George Clooney.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg and Ice Cube.
I think it was Ice Cube. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Mark Wahlberg, Ice Cube, and George Clooney, the Three Kings. That is a great fucking movie. And
it was well made. Yeah.
It was well made, and it really gets across the mindset of the soldiers.
When you have that much money in your face, you're in Saddam's palace, there's that much gold, what do you do with it? Bro, nobody was overseeing anything, so obviously you're tempted to steal.
Yeah, they're fucking the guys over there lining their pockets up right now with the oil. Except the ones out there right now are not the Three Kings, they're the fucking the three oil companies.
No, I mean, I'm definitely angry with Trump now. He does a lot of good stuff, but he does a lot of bad stuff. He's trying to, change the laws now of free speech and make everything anti-Semitic. And the Jews are not even Semitic. I'm Semitic as being an Egyptian. They're not.
That's perfect.
Everything
That's
is
perfect.
now. You can't say anything against them. You can't say that you don't agree with the war. They try to arrest you. They try to. I mean, it makes no sense, bro. He's not in control.
Get in line.
He's not. He's not in control. Yeah. Now I'm definitely very, very disappointed. I preferred him as the president in 2016, even though he lost a lot of money there, and he made a shit ton of money now because he's definitely somebody's got their hands up his balls or up his butthole.
He's making a lot of money from crypto
as a puppet. Bro, he's making a fortune. Just when he opened his media company, he one day to the next, he made $3 billion, bro. He made back more than the loss that he had suffered in 2016 to 2020.
I love it. He's brilliant.
In an instant, and he didn't have to pay any employees or open any hotels or doing any of that shit.
The guy's brilliant.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, but I disagree completely with his philosophy of how he's doing things right now, and with Gaza and trying to make this Trump hotels there and make it a new Las Vegas. Absolutely unacceptable. I'm disgusted by that, but that's my opinion.
It's all subjective.
It's your channel. I don't want to get you taken down either. I can keep going, but you know me. Very strong thoughts and mindset on that aspect.
These pecans are good. No, that's a walnut. I think it was a pecan. About to be gambling in Gaza? Yeah, I'm planning a family vacation to the Gaza hotel, the Gaza casino. Trying to get ahead of the lines. Yeah. Would you mind explaining your sell limit level? Looked like clean traffic to the left. I was wondering what level you were looking at. This also comes from just training your eyes and staring at the charts and seeing how candles print. Okay. For some reason, I thought I was looking at a 15 level, but it was a 5 level. You have a level here? Right there. The 5 level. I see all the wicks coming off that level. I see the wicks coming off of here. Let me turn down the music. Hold on. Wick. Wick. Level runs across here with closures. Closure with no top wick. Respecting the previous 15. Or a 15 earlier in the market right here. See that? That gives me comfort. Or confidence, not comfort. Confidence that any top wick that we made, we're going to make here, it should come back for a bearish flip. I see the wick going into there. I went down to the 5. I thought it was a 15, honestly, in my head, but it doesn't matter. The 5 had closures here, and these 15s keep wicking off that area, right? And we respected this level right there on the 15. So in my head, I'm saying this is a position, our first chance. That's why I said I'm going to take small position, because there's going to be a chance for a pineapple up here. In my head, I'm thinking this is our first chance to reject. But if we don't reject here, we have to like 95% chance if we end up blowing past this, we're going to reject up here and then flip bearish, and we'll be in pretty decent profits as well, as that position will technically average out somewhere here, right? And then it would have been 80, 90 pips worth of profit. So those are the levels I just went off of. And I decide those levels just based on, you know, knowledge that's guided by experience that I've seen before. That's why that's why showing up here, you know. shortens your learning curve. And you want this value, right? You want this. You want to know these things. Because how do you get ahead in life, right? Like you can't ask. Don't ask what you want from life, right? Don't ask yourself what you want from life. Ask yourself what you can offer. What can I offer? How valuable are you? Don't ask like, oh, don't say I want this. You know, don't ask from life for certain things. Try to realize what you can offer and how far the value of what you can offer can take you. Can it take you to where you want to go? Or do you need to know more things? And the value here should eventually take you, you know, to pretty high places in terms of, you know, in terms of trading. The things you pick up from here are going to shorten your learning curve to such an extent that, or they're going to point out things that you would have never noticed just because it's a different perspective, right? And I have a very unique way of looking at charts and a very unique approach, right? Very unique outside the box approach to the charts here. And there's a lot of value in that. And sorry, I'm eating coconuts. and that value is in turn going to get you what you want, because you're going to know valuable things. You're going to be able to utilize them to your advantage, and you're not going to have to spend years looking for them and understanding them, right? And then you're going to have that value to offer in life, whether to yourself, to your pocketbook, to anyone else, right? But you find out what you can offer first before you can start demanding what you want. Because once you can offer a lot, once you have a lot of value, you can kind of pick and choose what you want. Hey,
I think I would add to that I think people should be selfish, because I have to be selfish to then be able to give. Because if you're not selfish, then you can't help anybody. And by being selfish means that you count on yourself, you get to what you need for yourself, you get your money, and then from there you can help other people, because there's no one out there other than Jesus Christ that was able to help people without any money, right? In the world that we live in. So it's important to be selfish at first. So you must train yourself, help yourself, and then you can help others. That's really important. By the way, whoever's in cells, be careful. Iran claims to have just fired missiles at the USS Abraham Lincoln after a senior Iranian official dismissed Trump's ceasefire proposal. And the U.S. officials have not confirmed whether the USS Abraham Lincoln came under attack. So, but just be careful. So gold might push up right now, gang. Be careful on that
we're
aspect.
seeing it happen.
Yeah, it's pushing up. That's why I had to mention it in case people were in sales right now, just to be aware of that.
So droopy. Got your saliva on me, bro. That's okay that you're 150 pounds and on my lap, bro. It's okay. I don't know what he's doing, Chad. He's just collapsed right on me. You see? Stream, people, chat. Look at the pearly whites right there. He's so big, I can't believe he lets me do anything I want. He doesn't like it when you plug his nose up. Ah! Love you, duck. Now go. Get the fuck off. Get off me, bro. I think silver will retest 74. We'll see. I mean, I don't care. I do not care, my friend. We just spoke about this. Remember? Remember I said I've seen the 4-hour fill this whole wick before. Careful here. It's just doing what we've seen it do before. And we're prepared for it. Yeah, I'm going to be here through London close. Probably another like 30 minutes. 11:20, 11:30. I want to see if we start setting up here. Because here's the deal. We previous candle closed below here. If we can reject here and start and close back below, we can have a similar idea as Jay's fake out earlier in the session for NYC Open. Possible, right? The previous 4-hour did close bearish, so we could fill the wick, come up here, and still break down. We'll see what happens. But if the news is what the news is with Iran, then I think we might be running up here for very heavily. Look at this range. We're gonna have to correct some of this. If that's the case. I want to be a part of that moves somewhere in there. Would you cut off all your dreads for 10K? No. You're gonna have to give me a lot more. Somebody's offered me 10K. Just the ones I have cut, just half of them I can sell for 5K. And still have all my locks. I probably would not do it unless it's 6 figures. And it would have to be like mid-6. But I don't know anyone that would fucking care enough to give me $250,000 to cut off my lock. I don't think anyone really gives a damn. Yo, hold on a second, chat. I gotta get some ice cream.
Is that an ice cream? Oh, that's just a Snickers bar.
That's an ice cream.
My girl's. Oh, wait. Snickers bar ice cream. Bro, we don't have that shit here. What the hell? Oh, man. That looks good.
That's what happens when you leave the States.
Yeah. You miss out on a lot of stuff for sure.
Enjoy your siesta, bro.
Yeah. We have a few things that we don't have here. But I buy a lot of stuff from the States. So when my friends come visit me, they just bring them over with them. But I have to check if we have that. A lot of stuff is banned here from the States because it's all made with shit back home. And here they don't allow, the illegal stuff, So I have to check.
Oh, yeah.
They might have that because we have Snickers here. My girl loves
which
Snickers.
one I
We
buy?
might have that.
Try the Twix ice cream. Banging.
Twix ice cream. Okay. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store this weekend. I'm gonna check if they have the Snickers ice cream bar. Maybe I just didn't notice it, and I'll check for the Twix ice cream.
I like
But the ones that I prefer when it comes to things like that are the chocolate covered raspberries.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Did you drop the ice cream?
Yeah.
Get it, Benny. Get it. Get it, Benny. Get it.
You guys want to see him eat ice cream? He goes. It gets stuck to the roof of his mouth.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what did I just press? What did I just press? Why did everything go black? There we go.
Yeah, it's good here. Okay.
Ooh. This computer's better than people. Because people, man, once you go black, you never, this computer is back to normal. I've never seen a dog love ice cream this much. Who's in South Florida and wants to go for breakfast? Damn, Jay, no red 40 for you. Look these lines, bro. This ain't Colombia. Let's get rid of this shit. Fuck them goddamn. I'm not, but fuck, I would love to go for some breakfast. Man, I got to get Sam, Nate, and Daniel out here for breakfast. Maybe some options in Santos. They can't come.
I wish I was there and say what's up, but
I can't go for breakfast with Bougie because this motherfucker will eat everything.
yeah, he's gonna get.
I can't
He's
even
gonna
call
get
Bougie.
like eggs on top of eggs, please.
I
Can
can't
I
be
get a
like,
side
yo,
of
we
eggs with
going
those
out for
eggs?
breakfast. Yo, get you guys some pain. Get whatever you want.
Wait,
Bougie
yeah.
will be over there
Wait,
like,
you have to ask me, when is
I need-
Bougie not eating, bro?
I need 2 cartons of eggs. Matter of fact, bring me the chicken that's giving birth to these eggs.
Is anyone at the Zoom door?
What about Boogie? No, we already have a Boogie. And it's a Bougie. Can't have a Boogie.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few things that I miss about the States, obviously, but mostly not. I think the thing I miss the most are the ribs.
Ribs?
They don't make them the same here. Yeah, a little different.
Gotta get that Texas BBQ.
With that
TX
sauce, bro.
BBQ.
Damn. Yeah, they don't make them like that here. But we have a lot of stuff here that North America doesn't have. So
I got a trip I'm planning with my boys. There's a thing called Memphis in May, big barbecue thing.
oh, I think I heard that. Yeah.
One of my boys is an attorney down there. So we're going down there and hang out with him for that. Probably about 5 or 6 of us gonna fly down and hang out.
To
and do the
Memphis?
barbecue and all that. Yeah, it's a big barbecue fest. They do it every year. Memphis in May. So right in the
Yeah,
middle.
I think I heard about
Does
that,
it get
yeah.
ratchet? Because I want to go with my kids.
I've never been. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you when I go. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Because I know the barbecue parties. It's almost like a fucking. It's almost like a.
It's drinking, bro. It's just drinking and eating, bro. Come on.
Memphis does have some fire barbecue though.
Yeah.
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 Bro, they
Yeah.
make great food, man.
Tennessee in general got some great barbecue.
Yep.
Yeah.
From Nashville
Anything in the
to
South, bro.
Memphis.
Yeah.
I love how Tennessee's the South, but you go more south to Florida and it's almost the Northeast. And you're back in the Northeast. Like, how the fuck I go more south and end up in New York?
You know, Floridians, bro, are all Quebecers or New Yorkers,
It's
bro.
all
most of the time.
Northeasterners, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They can't stand the cold.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
getting this
Georgia
closure.
makes a lot of great food too.
Hold on a second. We're getting this closure for London close here. We're back in range.
Yeah, it's closing right now.
Wonder if we can get a top wick here. I did not want that to close bullish though. But did it hold this up? And I hope that rebreaks highs. That's the top wick we want. Yeah, I was looking to hold this level across, and if we were able to hold this level across, then top wick sells off this area, but it doesn't look like we held it. Closed above. Did it? So arbitrary. So there's a chance for more positions here if this candle doesn't flip bullish and break the highs. And it gives us a decent bearish closure here. We might have a repeat of this. Right, have this replay again. Remember, the 4-hour is bearish. If you're holding resistances, there's a chance for this to start turning back around and flipping bearish. You're going to have to hold some resistances, though. I think that top look entry was pretty solid. That 30 did not really cooperate with that closure, though. Yeah, I was looking for this 15 to actually close. It looked good down here because it looked like, oh, obviously it's going to be below that level. So top look entry here made sense. Not a big fan of this. This could pump right back up. You hear about the flight that crashed to LaGuardia? Yeah, it's been a few days. Been a few days. We Uvalde. We had a chance to mourn. Bro, honest to God, I was flying that same day, the morning though. Air Canada to Montreal. From where? LaGuardia? You guys don't know, LaGuardia is the other shit airport in the tri-state area. You got JFK. Sucks. You have LaGuardia, complete trash, and then you have Newark, which is like the worst of both worlds.
Wait, do you actually pronounce it Newark?
Newark.
Really? I always pronounced it Newark.
Newark.
That's
from New York. It's like Newark. Newark. I don't know.
yeah.
Same.
Okay. Yeah.
New York. Newark.
Never pronounced it that way ever.
That's his New York accent. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean it would be like Boston with their accent there with a few things. But if you separate it, it literally says New Arc, right? So
Right.
I think it would make more sense. But
Getting deep into the weeds there with Newark. I
that is
pronounced it like
how
Jay,
a lot
but
of words are
vocab
made,
changed
right?
from here on out. What was that?
I pronounced it like Jay, but vocab changed from here on. Yeah, I still can't call it Newark. I'll still say Newark.
I don't hear the
I
difference.
think most people.
I'm just saying what I'm saying. I don't hear the difference.
You don't hear the difference. Uh,
All right, gang. We want to be below here for sells. All right. If we can close below there on this 15 or 30, I will look for sells. Level. That is the level, my friend. Very much. That's how Wix says it. Yeah. Nobody be ordering fillet mignons at the restaurant either. But the waiters understand.
All right, then I dare you.
What?
Post it on Instagram, go to a restaurant and
What do you
say,
mean?
yeah, we'd like to order some filet mignon, please.
That's what I did. Ask Don.
Did
when
you
he
post
came-
it?
No, when Don came here, we went to Kiki's, and that's the steak was so mid, bro. It sucked. Steak was terrible. But we went to Kiki's, and the waiter came, and that's exactly how I ordered it. Don was sitting with his girl, and he almost lost his damn mind. He was like, I told him I was let me get a filet mignon. And he was like, a what? I said, a filet mignon, a medium rare. He's like, oh, you want a steak, like a filet mignon? Don looked at him. He's like, no, filet mignon.
With the champagne.
I didn't order no champagne, but I ordered a filet mignon. The waiter got caught off guard,
man.
but Don almost lost his damn mind.
Yeah. It's definitely not something you expect. Yo, it's coming down. It's moving. We got volume.
Yeah.
Not too much, but a little bit. London close was definitely much more powerful yesterday or 2 days ago. Or last week, I mean.
I don't know if I like any of this. Eating away at our range.
Yes, I was gonna say that. And damn, it's still coming down. The hell? What's happening?
Baby, calm down. Calm down. Remember, the 4 hours bearish. We pretty much filled that wick. I want to be like, yeah, limit buys off this area. This 4 hour be bearish. Top wick sells were better. It's just at this point we're settling. The entry was here. Top wick. Anything lower than anything down here is you're settling. Break of that, you're settling. Even the break of it, I'm settling. Tough to take that break because you're bumping right into this level that could bring you back up. But if you're up here, it's your 60 pips in profit. You don't really care. I'm also not looking for this buy limit for one reason. Yeah, we got multiple instances, multiple time frames, but we also have the 4 hour flip here.
$70, $80 pips in profit. I'll take the sale. Why just talk about it? Why just talk about it? When you can be about it.
Of course, you took the sales, Kenny. Of course, but the one thing I don't understand is I didn't see the signal in the chat there. I think you forgot to tell us about it.
Subscribed. You're not subscribed to the signals, bro.
I'm not subscribed to Kenny signals. Yeah,
Kenny, you gotta drop the link.
You gotta get the bundle.
The bundle.
Read between the smoke. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's when he had the joint, and the entry shows up when he does this.
This might still come down, bro. When he does what? Show us.
I just did.
Yeah, exactly. I just took a sales. Yeah, I'm up 250. Chill, and then leans back in the chair. He's like, yeah.
And watch it.
That's right.
Yeah, and it sells up there. What can I tell you? I might take this into the signal channel. I don't want to. We might have positions on the next 15, man. A lot depends on how we close it. All right, let's wait this out. Wait these few minutes. Really want to go for some food. I'm starving, Marvin. I want to go get breakfast, and I think there's going to be a few positions possibly setting up here throughout the next few hours.
5 close, no bottom wick, by the way.
I'm going to pay attention. Yeah, man, fuck the 5.
I love the 5, bro.
I take nothing off the 5. Look, if we have a drop that throw us into this range. No, we had a nice push. We close above 45.50. I'm going to have a buy limit at 45.42 off the bottom wick. We're going to need to close above here. We're going to need to respect this area. Yeah, there'll be a bearish flip of the 4 hour, but if we respect that, I think we can get the flip and a pump right back up as possible. So we close exactly how we are right now. We open with a bottom wick. I will have a buy limit right here. 45, 44 flat. Probably stop below this wick at 130 bit. And TP will be the flip of the candle. We have 90 seconds here, so this is what we'll want to look like. Limits here. Stops here. Partials here. This would probably be full TP somewhere around there. We open with that top wick right to these areas. I'll probably call it a session. See what happens. If we close below here, we'll get a... We need to respect. We need to respect that level. That's a 30. That's a 15. I think we can do it.
Oh, well, 15 close, no bottom wick, and bottom wick first. This could be interesting.
Or it could just be a shit ton of volume driving this. Like, yeah. Maybe the 30 does it. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch this. I'm not gonna touch this with that closure. First of all, we closed below. Second of all, we've made a top wick here, right? Tapping into this area. That buy limit is not as interesting as if this thing had actually played ball here. Made a little bottom wick, made a top wick now, so technically there is a bottom wick, and you can break that with momentum and fill. And now you're getting that 4-hour flipping, right? Without any indication that we held some kind of support. The only thing we have here is the 15 closing, no bottom wick. But then again, realize it's also only the 15. It's not the 30. It's not the 1. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. It's a very small time frame, and you did close below. So yeah, this is the level we would be looking at if we closed above, because that would have been our first indication. And if we would have opened with a bottom wick, that would have been a second indication that we want to come up. And respect to this area would have been a third. We probably would have been in here right now, but not the way it closed or printed. I think, yep, the 4 hours flipped.
Yo, Wix, what do you think about a possible daily flip, bro?
What?
What do you think about a possible daily flip?
A lot's got to happen. A lot.
I'm tempted to hold those cells to the daily flip.
The market's going to lunch right now. You got to come down 800 pips. Doable this right now, no problem. Daily flip and drive, pretty much no way.
I don't need a drive. I just want to flip.
I think there's a chance we get down to the daily lows. Possibility.
I'll take that.
I don't think we go anywhere further than that. Right, but again, see this. I wonder if we never get there and range around here, we're gonna have a buy limit here off the daily low. Right? Wait, where's the daily low? Yeah, that is the daily low right there. Perfect. Yeah, if we never get here in the next 4 or 5, if the market just kind of bounces up and down like somewhere in these areas, look at that, broke everything. If it kind of bounces around in here, it might pump back up, it might come down, trickle down. This is a solid level for a buy limit on that daily, probably right off that wick. Yeah, I'd probably look for a nice buy limit. Have a BBL here off market open, 44.76.5. You could write that down for yourself. If the market just kind of ranges around here, you might see it just open up like this. Might see it just do this. That might be the opening today if we kind of roam around here and never get there. So we'll get you right down to that daily low. That support, because at that point, daily would have closed bullish here. Right, you're going to get that bottom wick to this area, and you're going to spend the rest of the day fully trickling or slingshotting, just driving up. Eventually tomorrow, right, would end up looking fill in the wick. It's a solid level to look for positions at. Get yourself a decent stop right there off the wicks. 190 pips for what, a daily candle? That's great, because your upside potential is massive. To fill that wick, over 1,000 pips. Yeah, I don't like what the fuck it's doing right now. It's not looking too pretty, but I think there's a possibility of positions here depending on how it prints, we might have positions here at the top of the range. We might have positions a little bit below the range at around 45.30. But there's some waiting involved, so I think I'm gonna call it here. And thank you guys for rocking with me. I'm gonna be back tonight about 8 hours from now. Yeah, 8 hours from now on the dot. I'm gonna start Asian session. So make sure you show up. Another one getting rolled. That's for the ride home. For the ride home after work. W's.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm
Hit
gonna
that
go
boy
roll
for about 250 pips.
Savage. Congrats
Like
to
I
everybody
said-
that caught the fucking dubs today and made some money. But even more importantly, if you got some value out of this, some knowledge that you can utilize, you can use to your advantage. Congratulations to you. You really won today, right? So congrats on it being in the top 2% of all traders worldwide that are in profits today, gang. I will see you 8 p.m. Eastern tonight for Asian session. Please drop a like and sub to the channel. Please share the stream and get the bundle and go get your top 1 futures accounts. All right, so you can. I hear talking, Kenny.
Thank you, Wix.
Yes, sir.
You know, that came down from that mini topic. You want it on 15? 500 pips, bro, or 450 pips. It's insane, right?
No, we've called that. We've called
Goddamn.
every level so far today. This level right
Yeah.
here, the 50 level, the level up here, at 61. We've called it every level we identified that we don't want to trade buys here, right? That would have gotten stopped out off of that wick. So yeah, levels are on point. Levels are on point. Trades are on point. The count's on point. We're continuing to ride up. Yeah, we're at around 450.
Thank
pips
you, Wix. Enjoy
for
your
this week.
breakfast.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I took a small 30 pip loss yesterday, and then like this just made it all back. So I'm still around 450 for the week.
You're still decent. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not a little
not
bit.
a lot. 150 pips for the week. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look
Thanks, Wix. Thanks,
we'll look to
everybody.
get to over 500 pips on the week tonight for Asian session, and we might get there actually in the Signal channel here in the next hour or two. So if you want to be a part of that, get the bundle and join the private community. All right, and you'll have access to the signals. And everybody else, you guys tonight for Asian session. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. Signal channel, look out for possible positions. I don't guarantee them. It really depends how we set up here at the top of the range or at the bottom of the range. Or do we break out the range? All right, chat. Love and wisdom to you all. You already know the deal. I got to run. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. I can't wait to the next live stream. I'm so hyped about about live streaming and about just conversations I'm able to have at this point in my life with this experience, not just trading, but in general. I love these streams. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys tonight. Later.